Welcome to Simply Naturally Semi. I am making keto lasagna. So I start off by frying a kg and a half of mince in a hot pan with olive oil. I fry that until it's browned. I use my spatula just to break down the pieces because I don't like stringy mince. So I just use my spatula. I've added a tablespoon and a half of salt. I've also got 300 grams of chopped onions. I am cooking for my family and I. So my family is going to have half of this and I'll be using the other half for my lasagna. I then go ahead and add about 400 grams of passata. Passata is basically blended and sieved tomatoes. This one is, I get it from Asda's or any supermarket really, and I then let that simmer and let the passata cook and reduce. I then go ahead and add a cup of chicken stock. My bolognese was a bit thick, so I added half a cup of boiling water as well because I like my lasagna to be moist. I am using aubergine, so I trim off the ends and I slice my aubergine. I am looking for the slices not to be too thick, but just to be sliced into thin medium slices, if that makes sense. I then put that on an oven tray with parchment paper and I brush with some olive oil. You can brush both sides if you like, but even if you brush one side, that's fine. I then added some salt and it goes in the oven for about 15 minutes. For my white sauce, I am using cream cheese. So I've got 50 grams of cream cheese in there. I add 100 mils of double cream. You can use single cream if you like, if you want to lower the calories. I then add some salt and I'm adding oregano and also some garlic. So just about half a teaspoon of each of those spices should do. You then let that simmer for a bit and then I added coconut milk in mine. If you don't have coconut milk, you can add any milk that you like and then bring that to bubble or let it reduce. Then put it on the side and it will thicken up as it cools down. So those are my ingredients. I've used the about three quarters of my mince for my family and I'm left with that. So I've got a tray, I've got my aubergine, I've got my white sauce, I've got some cheese and I've got brush and some olive oil and we are good to go. Let's assemble this baby. I start off by brushing oil on my clear glass oven tray. This is to make sure that my lasagna does not stick to the bottom of the tray, or just do it because you can. Once I am satisfied that the oil has spread evenly on the tray, I then start off by laying my aubergine slices on the bottom of the tray. So my first layer is the aubergine slices. These slices hold together well. They are not soggy or anything, but I love aubergine, so I may be partial. But when I was putting this together, I actually thought I should actually do these slices as they are and dip them in some sort of sauce or even make them into little pizzas. So I'm partial to aubergine, I guess. So once you've got the aubergine laid at the bottom of the tray, you're then going to add your white sauce. My white sauce was a bit runny. I think it's because I added a bit too much of the coconut milk, but it tastes amazing still. So I'd say only add 50 mils of coconut milk or less, because I used 100 mils. Then once you've got that spread across your tray, you're then going to add your bolognese on that bad boy and just make sure that you're covering some ground and you want your mince or your meat to be covering that layer. You're then going to repeat the aubergine slices, and then after the aubergine slices, you then do the white sauce and so on and so on. Okay, so I know I've filmed this video before, but it was a part of a 5 dinner meal plan. It was in collaboration with my YouTube friend Lindy M. I got a lot of people asking me questions about this lasagna, and I hate that every time I am recommending it, I have to say, okay, skip to such to watch it. So I thought I'm going to film it all over again because I make this on a regular basis. It's one of my go-to keto meals and I love it. My kids actually comment that it smells so delicious each time I'm eating it. My teenager likes to taste this and wouldn't mind some having it for dinner, but I am greedy when it comes to my keto food. You put this in the oven for 30 minutes at 200 degrees. So this is mine. 30 minutes later, the cheese is browned on the top. I was using some red Leicester cheese, which is my favorite kind of cheese. So I loved this. See the juices at the bottom of that pan. Do not underestimate those juices. They are the yummiest thing ever. You can use some keto bread to soak them up, or you can just eat them as they are. They are beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Ta-da!